Charlotte Katakuri. Charlotte Katakuri is the second son and third child of the Charlotte family and the elder triplet brother of Daifuku and Oven. He is also one of the three suite commanders of the Big Mom Pirates and serves as Totto Land's Minister of Flour, Kona Daijin, governing over Komugi Island. Katakuri is a calm, serious, and diligent man who devotes himself to protecting his family and crew and achieving their objectives. He frequently uses his advanced Kanbunchoku haki to quickly address any problems or threats that he foresees, and whenever possible he will work to change the future he foresees and stop the problem before it happens. Katakuri makes sure to waste no time in accomplishing his tasks. When his brother Pero was gloating to the captured Vinsmoke family, Katakuri told him to hurry and shoot them immediately. Katakuri is quite brutal when attacking opponents to ensure they are quickly neutralized and will use his weapons to inflict gruesome wounds with impunity. Katakuri's haste to resolve problems can sometimes work against him, though, as his attempts to change the future may not achieve his intended result. Katakuri is almost always calm even in the most perilous of situations, as it is necessary for his mind to be clear in order to utilize Kanbunchoku haki. If he is taken by surprise or foresees something terrible in the future, he is shown to lose color on his face and he may sometimes shout, but he does not panic. Katakuri takes his status as the strongest subordinate of Big Mom quite seriously and makes the effort to maintain the appearance of perfection that his siblings and crewmates consider him to have, particularly by never lying on his back in public. However, he has been shown to silence siblings who are heaping excessive amounts of praise onto him. Don't you dare give unwanted support in a duel between men. If you're going to laugh at that idiot, then laugh at me too. Although he works to eliminate enemies efficiently, Katakuri is ultimately an honorable fighter who prefers to fight fairly and heavily respects opponents who can match him. Thus, he absolutely despises receiving assistance in a fight, and will even yell at a sibling if they interfere in his battles. If he finds that he inflicted a wound on someone due to outside assistance, he will give his own body the same wound to compensate for it and even the playing field. When he was bested in combat for the first time by Luffy, Katakuri retained his respect for the pirate and was enthused, rather than angry, when Luffy confirmed his intention of coming back and defeating Big Mom in the future. Later, he even smiled after learning that Luffy had escaped from Totto Land. To cope with the stresses of his position, Katakuri takes regular light meal breaks, known as merienda, where he feasts on his favorite food of donuts and drinks tea. Another reason that Katakuri shrouds his merienda in utmost secrecy is that he is extremely sensitive about his pelican eel-like mouth, which he was bullied for as a child. Initially, he had no issue with just attacking his bullies in response, but after the bullies took revenge by attacking his younger sister Bruley, Katakuri took to wearing a mouth covering at all times in public. As one of the three suite commanders, Katakuri's authority in the Big Mom Pirates is second only to his mother's, and as Totto Land's Minister of Flour, he holds authority over Komugi Island. In battle, Katakuri is a very powerful combatant. His tremendous bounty of belly 1,057 million shows how dangerous he is considered by the world government, and Capone Beak of the infamous Worst Generation has likewise declared him a monstrous threat. According to his crewmates, Katakuri is the strongest of the three suite commanders, the strongest of Big Mom's children overall, and thus the most capable member of their crew aside from Big Mom herself. Daifuku even stated that, were Big Mom to die, Katakuri's skills would make him the worthiest of succeeding her as captain of the Big Mom Pirates. Katakuri has been called a monster for his strength ever since he was a child, and until his first loss against Luffy, he was said to have never lost a single battle throughout his life. His long and perfect record of victory described by Oven as legendary. Also, Katakuri is strong-willed, as he withstood a blast of Big Mom's House Hoku haki long enough to continue on his feet to help his siblings. Noted to be the strongest of the three suite commanders, Katakuri possesses immense physical strength, being able to flick jelly beans with such extreme force and velocity that they act like bullets, mortally wounding his opponents with a single shot. He was also able to defeat Vinsmoke Ichiji, a genetically enhanced Germa 66 commander, who was wearing his raid suit, with minimal effort and without incurring any injuries himself. He uses a fighting style similar to Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi techniques, and he can counter Luffy's Red Hawk without any effort. With his own version of Luffy's elephant gun, he overpowered and badly injured Luffy in a clash of strength. When he performed his Zangiri Machi attack, he was able to create a large crater in the ground when he sent Luffy crashing through the Mirror World. Katakuri wields a trident named Mogura in battle. He was first seen wielding it during Sanji and Charlotte Pudding's wedding ceremony. When not in use, he keeps the trident inside his Machi body. Katakuri's immense physical strength and accuracy allow him to act as a sniper and marksman. Katakuri is highly skilled in flicking jelly beans as improvised bullets with great accuracy. Katakuri ate the Machi Machi no Mi, a special paramecia-type devil fruit that lets him create, control, and transform his body into Machi at will. His Machi is extremely thick and adhesive, allowing him to trap even extremely strong enemies with it, although it loses its effectiveness when exposed to liquids. He frequently uses these abilities in hand-to-hand combat, sprouting several tendrils of Machi on his body to act as extra fists or legs. He can imbue these tendrils with Busashoku Haki to deliver extremely hard punches and kicks. He is also able to enlarge his Machi limbs to gigantic size and stretch them to increase his attack range. By concentrating and compressing Machi into a single fist, Katakuri is capable of delivering punches of devastating power. Katakuri can transform his body like a Logia user to avoid attacks, as shown when he transformed himself into Machi when being struck by Capone Beeg's bullets, and with the help of his advanced Kanbunchoku Haki, he is even capable of manipulating his body structure to dodge Haki-imbued attacks and remain unharmed. Katakuri has also mastered his Devil Fruit powers to the point of awakening his Devil Fruit, enabling him to transform nearby inorganic material into Machi, greatly enhancing the range of his attacks and allowing him to manipulate the environment to his advantage. Katakuri is one of the very few people in the world who can use all three types of Haki. Katakuri is able to use House Hoku Haki, as shown when he released a large burst along with Luffy's own House Hoku Haki in order to knock out Charlotte Flamp and her subordinates as punishment for their interruption. Katakuri is an extremely skilled user of Busashoku Haki, as shown when he hardened his Machi leg in order to bludgeon and injure Luffy. His Haki-enhanced strikes are powerful enough to counter and overpower Luffy's own Haki-enhanced attacks. Katakuri has extraordinary mastery of Kanbunchoku Haki, able to use the advanced form of Kanbunchoku which allows him to see visions of a few seconds into the future. He was able to detect and instantly thwart an assassination attempt on Big Mom and her affiliates that would have been carried out moments later by a vengeful Tea Party invitee.